Hey, what's up, Course Ninjas? Danny here. And so, a new look. So I got a new look. I'm still not quite used to it. So I got a new prescription from the eye doctor and a couple pairs of new glasses. So this is kind of, I guess, the new style. There's not really the old thin ones that I'm used to. And so the old look looks something like this. I'm used to it. My wife is used to it too. She says this does not suit me, but you know, I see better in it. So I'll wear them. I got a second pair of glasses. They're not ready yet. And I went to get LASIK evaluated, and I'm a qualified candidate for it, but there's a pretty hefty price tag with LASIK. And so I'm going to probably hold off another year or two before I go down that route. But it's good to know that I'm qualified. Anyway, so that's my new look, and it doesn't really relate to much, but I just wanted to share that with you. But when it comes to that, actually does kind of relate to the idea of focus, because you know my prescription was bumped up a little bit. I was having a hard time focusing on and making out the edges of letters and things, since I have astigmatism. But they corrected a little bit in my prescription, so I'm able to focus more now. That brings us into focus. So, focus has been something I've talked about a lot in the past, and other live streams on my YouTube channel and on my blog. And it's just that one of these things that is always coming back. Not only just, in my own life, but in the people I follow, the bloggers and the content marketers, internet marketers that I follow. They are talking about focus and mindset a lot. And it's something that, it really hits home, because you can't have a successful anything without those two. So if you want to have a successful life, you want to have a successful relationships, you want to have a successful online business, courses, whatever, you need to have the right level of focus and the right level and the right mindset. So when it comes to branding in particular, when you're creating your website, if you're creating a course, that branding has to be very targeted to a specific audience. And it's hard. It's a hard thing. It's something that I still am improving on each day. But it's a lifelong process if you are in it for the long term. To look at your content, to look at your branding and the layout of your website. If you have a website. If you don't, you need to get one. Doesn't have to be crazy. It can be simple, in just a couple pages. But to focus on who are you targeting? Like if you're trying to set up a blog that teaches people how to lose weight and how to play the guitar and how to learn martial arts and do all these things. That's awesome. If you've got enough content to do all that, or if you're outsourcing and crowdsourcing it to get that content, awesome, good for you. But if you're a solopreneur and you're trying to really do things on your own and really get results and focus, then you've got to focus. You've got to choose that one thing. And so for me, I've gotten better at that, but I know that there's more that I can do when it comes to the market I'm targeting. And I think I'm going more with the organic approach and just trying to share more about me, my personal life, or my day job and what I do and those things, because those things are going to organically resonate with people. Like, I'm in technology. So, if I share those things and there are other people who are trying to create online courses who are in technology, then, that's going to resonate with them. That's going to connect with them. And I'm doing that kind of, indirectly, right? Like I'm aware of it now, but now I know I'm getting some emails from people saying that they're in technology and they're trying to do something similar, is kind of connecting more with me and being able to refine the messaging that I set across to my audience, right? Teaching maybe tech pros to create online courses focused on sharing their technical skills with the world, right? So that's just an example. But, if you don't have that on your website, you're going to see your bounce rate's going to be pretty high. I know mine is getting a little bit better. It was at like 75% at one point, 80%, and it's gotten down to around 60. So not too bad. I don't have like, tens of thousands of people hitting my site a month, but it's slowly growing. And so, focus on your branding, focus on your ideal target audience. Those are what biggest problem for me was to create my first online course is that I had so many ideas to create an online course. I wanted to create, WordPress courses. I wanted to create branding courses. I wanted to create courses on this, and that. And so because of that, I created my own analysis paralysis, and I just didn't take action, and I didn't do anything. So I don't know if that resonates with you. If it does, give a thumbs up. Let me know what are you finding that is what's that blockage that's keeping you from launching your first online course. If you already have an online course, drop the link in the comments, share that stuff. You never know who's watching that might benefit from that course or might buy that course. And I can tell you that there's so many times I've been in a group where I've actually gotten a course because somebody dropped a link in there, right? So anyway, feel free to do that if you have a link to a course. But more importantly is just that focus on that one topic, and you've got to block out everything else. You've got to block out your email checking, your social media checking. You've got to block out everything until you finish your online course. I'll say it again, right? You got to block out everything until you finish that online course. And so if you're not in this group or you're not commenting or liking, that's cool, as long as you're finishing your online course, right? No, but seriously, I mean, like you've got to lay it down. Like I shut my phone off, and kind of put it in another room whenever I was doing, whenever I was recording videos, because I know like if it's in front of me, I'm going to check it. I'm like, there's this, you're programmed to do that. If you're someone who has a phone and checks it very often, you're programmed to do that. So, shut your phone off, put it in another room, sit down and make that time every day at the same time to hammer out the course, get it out there. It's not, and it's not going to be perfect. You're not going to feel like it's perfect. You're not going to love it. You're going to think it sucks. Most likely. If you don't, awesome, kudos to you, because you built that level of confidence that your product is good. But all of us who are in this for the long term, we are very hard on ourselves because we want to create the best experience for our audience and our students. We want to be able to create massive value, right? And so sometimes we are hesitant to share our videos with the world because of that, right? Our training courses with the world because of that content. So anyway, that's, focus in the mindset really of just understanding that that's just the way it has to be. And that's that for all entrepreneurs, for all like course creators, like every course creator that I've talked to that has been out there creating courses for some time says the same thing. They're like, even my new courses that I create now, there's this little part of me that's like, man, it's not quite the way I want it to be. But if you don't ship it, all right, if you don't ship it, you're never going to know, right? You're never going to get the feedback from your audience on whether it's good or not, right? Or what you can improve upon, right? So you've got to ship it. So anyway, focus, just get focused, just ship that course and share the course. Like if you don't want to share the course publicly, then like for me, for instance, like you can DM me and send it to me. I'll take a look at it, whatever. Or, if you know people in other groups that are your target audience, like start making connections with them in Facebook Messenger. Reach out to them, not to say like, here, buy my course, but no, start making a connection with people that are interested on those topics, right? So that maybe you can get a better dialogue between them, of figuring out what their real pain points are, because maybe you didn't address them in your course, or maybe you did, and if you did, you've already started this two-way conversation, then maybe you could share it. Maybe you could share a coupon with them, and after you built some rapport with them. Like that's worked for me, not on a massive scale, but it has worked for me. I've sold courses like that. So anyway, these are just some tips and pointers, hopefully that you can find them useful. And I will see you in the next video. Take care.